negotiating raises most people's anxiety levels. Some people are really good at it and like to do it. Others are not so good and they don't like that feeling. That's the thing about negotiating, though. No matter how good you think you are, you never know whether you've done great or bad until you find out later that someone else beat your price or that you did better than they did. When we were building our business model, we wanted to get away from that pressure on the customer having to feel that they weren't going to get good pricing unless they were a good negotiator. When we built the business model, we took an approach not of pricing what the market will bear, but rather what do we need to mark up the product to sustain a reasonable profit. If the customer comes to a business to buy something and they negotiate, they're doing that because they don't trust that the price they see is the best price that's available. We wanted to build a model where day in and day out, the customer came to the website and discovered these are fantastic prices. That said, can you beat it? Can you get a better price if you do your homework and work hard enough? Of course, if the stars line up, you can always get a better price somewhere at some time. But day in and day out, can you consistently come to a website or a business and know that when you walk in the door, this is probably the best price I can get? You can do that, or you feel you do that when you buy from places like Walmart or Best Buy. When you go shopping, you assume that this is a pretty good price and I probably can't beat this very easily when I shop here. But then there's other stores that you won't shop at until they throw a special sale price out there that drags you in, a holiday sale that makes you think, okay, now I'm getting the right price. With our model, we wanted to build it so that you logged in with a password and an ID, we knew who you were, and said, okay, this guy's a legitimate control contractor and he buys 50 grand or more a year, he gets price level 1. When he gets in there, the prices that he sees are the best price we're willing to sell that product for. If he's an end user, he sees a different price level and he pays end user pricing so as not to interfere with the contractor market. But we didn't want the contractor to think that this isn't, I can probably do better than this if I call them up and tell them I got to buy 50 of these or 100 of these. We priced it expecting you're going to buy that, and if you only buy one, that's okay. We've got an efficient way of processing a purchase order that we can take an order if you buy one and still make a small margin on it. But if you buy 50 or 100, our price is already the best you're going to find. Most distributors and sellers price their product based on what the market will bear. And they find where their level of pricing needs to be based on what other people are selling the product for. We chose not to do it that way. We chose to negotiate the product as hard as we could from the manufacturer based on our business model and then price it at what we think is a fair markup for us to sustain a reasonable profitability. So sometimes you're going to find products that we're incredibly less expensive on than anyone else because we're not pricing it at what the market will bear. Other times we're not a significant discount. We're usually never higher or much higher than anybody else's price. But sometimes there's very little difference because the products become a commodity that nobody can make any margin on it. It's being sold by everybody and there's no margin to be had. So I can't offer you a significant discount because no one's making any margin on it. But pricing a product on markup of what sustainable profitability requires is completely different than what the market will bear. We have customers that purchase over $1 million a year from us. And obviously they have the buying clout to buy direct at very good prices or buy at negotiated prices that are substantial. But they don't. They choose to place their orders with us and they buy a significant amount. We have other companies that buy less than $10,000 a year and they only buy a few choice products here and there. I ask the companies that buy the large volumes, why do you, with the clout that you've got, why do you buy from us? And the answer back is that it's so much more efficient for them to come to one source and place an order for everything they need on a project on a single purchase order and receive a single invoice. Have one point of contact to go to. They can call into Alps if they need questions answered, get the same customer support person, consistency of customer service, and they get with one purchase order, they get one invoice. They tell me that's, based on the fact that our prices are as good as they are, that is much more efficient for them than negotiating every single order, maintaining all those relationships, and trying to get the best price on every part they need. They think it's a better way of buying.